Good morning from Gavin Emmett here to all you Motogp fans listening in. We are live from the Phillip Island circuit for the Australian round of Motogp. Just a few more moments and we'll switch to the starting straight for the Motogp class race. Our director takes us to the starting grid where riders are trying to maintain their concentration before the start of the race. It's a beautiful day, even if temperatures are quite high. Riders will have to deal with a fair bit of tyre wear. Many have been forced to choose a hard compound on both the front and rear.
Kilometres an hour, and you can just see here Aleix Espargaro is making big gains here. We're coming towards the third sector where he's been really strong, and we can see on our split times here, you can see on the top left hand corner of your screen, it's down to under 0.3 of a second. This is game on. This is Aleix Espargaro, who maybe has just been happy to sit off Maverick Vinales, to not overheat and have front tyre temperature and pressure concerns, and now he's just saved some grip for the vital final stage of this Grand Prix, because he is really now coming on strong late on. Big pressure coming on the shoulders of Vinales.
And we'll find out very shortly whether Aleix Espargaro feels he's got the pace to pass Vinales and try and pull clear, because he won't leave it until the last lap or two if he feels he's got that kind of advantage. Vinales is certainly giving it all he's got with whatever grip he has at the disposal of those Michelin medium tyres as they come on to the start finish straight. There will be 5 laps to go. Vinales will now start being able to pick up a little bit of slipstream from his teammate up ahead of him. The gap is a quarter of a second. The Aprilias are now down in the 142s. Just how much grip have they got left? Which of the RSGPs will be on top of the podium in 5 laps time? It's a straight shootout between the teammates.
Twitch, wasn't there, coming over the crest out of turn 12 for Vinales? Is he just running into some of the inevitable grip problems which you always have to face and contend with here in Barcelona? They come through the high-speed turn 3. That's where you really are abusing and stressing the right-hand side of your rear tyre. And Aleix Espargaro, hand over fist, is just eating up the metres, isn't he, behind Vinales? He might be close to veer to attack down the hill into turn number 5. Don't think he's going to risk it. No, he's got time here. He can be patient. He will feel at this stage of the Grand Prix he's got the better pace, the better grip than Maverick Vinales. He's just got to make sure that he picks the perfect moment to make the pass clean, and then he'll feel that he can break Vinales late on.
Well, the brilliant call, Aleix Espargaro, the captain. He's been so central to the development and the improvement of this team. He will recognise how important a result this is, so he will make sure that this is clean. He won't send a daring move at the inside of Vinales. He won't come from an awful long way back. He'll make sure that it's clean and make sure that it's comfortable, because Aleix Espargaro will be well aware of the kind of history that Aprilia are on the verge of here.
Well, here we go then. What's going on there? It's Zarco and Oliveira, isn't it? The battle that's raging for 4th place. Maverick Vinales couldn't get the better of a stunning defensive rearguard yesterday, could he, from Pecco Bagnaia? Well, he needs to take some lessons from Bagnaia in that sprint yesterday. Good race this, cracking scrap going on between Oliveira and Zarco for 4th place. On board then with Aleix Espargaro. He clicks the Aprilia now into top gear, 355 kilometres an hour. This is where he passed Bagnaia yesterday to win the sprint, and he's on the inside of Maverick Vinales into the first corner. Out to the long lap goes Maverick Vinales. Aleix Espargaro then, he'll see that on his left-hand side. Vinales then comes back onto the circuit. Is that the big key moment of this Catalan Grand Prix? Because for the very first time on course for the Dream Double, Aleix Espargaro leads.
Nothing wrong from my point of view, and what Aleix Espargaro did there, he was up the inside, and Maverick Vinales just did not want to give the lead up, so tried to hang in there for as long as he could. The problem Vinales has got now is, of course, he wants to try and get back on terms with his teammate Aleix Espargaro, but he did take the shortcut across turns 2 and 3, so of course if he doesn't give up a second, he's going to get a 1-lap penalty, but if he gives up a second, he can't win the race anymore.
Crikey, look at that front tyre, the graining on the right-hand side of Maverick Vinales' front tyre. That's why he has not been able to resist this pressure building from his teammate Aleix Espargaro. Yeah, Aleix Espargaro just made it fit, didn't he? There was room, he had the inside line, but as Lewis said, Maverick Vinales was just like, well, if you want it, you're going to have to really properly fight it and slug it out, just as Aleix Espargaro did. Through sector 3 now, already in the blink of an eye. Aleix Espargaro nearly 9/10 of a second clear of Vinales. Looking at the state of Vinales' front tyre there, you just wonder whether he's going to think, you know what, it's not worth the risk here. This will make great headlines for Aprilia. It will still be an historic Aprilia 1-2, but surely now, with the state of that front tyre, it was mangled, wasn't it? He's not going to be able to have anything in response for a later Spargaro.
Yeah, it's over 1 second immediately, so I think we can forget any thoughts of Vinales getting into trouble for that shortcut, not losing enough time. He's 1.1 seconds behind his teammate, who looked a little bit digged himself there, didn't he, into turn 1. We've got 3 laps to go, and for now, Aleix Spargaro, it's about making sure he makes no mistakes. It's making sure that he's got some grip left in his tyres, because we've already seen the state that his teammates are in, and Aleix Spargaro is 3 laps away, and we remind Aleix, it's 3 laps, not 2, away from a momentous victory here, and finally banishing the ghost of 1 year ago.
You can just imagine now talking to himself inside his helmet, can't you? One more lap, Aleix, come on. He's not going to make that same mistake again. That's the mistake you make once in your Grand Prix career. Here is Jorge Martin then, who has had a very, very lonely ride to 3rd place. He got the dream launch off the line. Of course, we know that the cap is so strong. Recently off the line, he was very early leading this Grand Prix before Maverick Vinales picked him off. He's still been the showstopper in terms of the shoulder, elbow and upper arm rubbing coming through turn number 5, but here in Barcelona all weekend, the Aprilias, particularly the factory Aprilias, have just been on a completely different level. Still though, a valuable podium in terms of the championship for Jorge Martin. He's been struggling for Sunday podiums of late, so this will be a welcome boost. He can relax, he can cruise, because he's not going to have anything for Vinales, and he certainly isn't going to have to worry about his teammate Johan Zarco, who's almost, 3 seconds further back up the road. 2 laps to go then here in Barcelona, less than 10 kilometres away from a fairy tale double win. Revenge.
Motogp final classification together. We're back from Parc Fermé with the winner, who blessed us with a perfect race today. In addition to the victory, this young man scored some very important points for the world standings.